Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of Talking Comics, ExcaliburCCGTV, where every week we come together to tell you about the great comics hitting the shelf. This week we are getting you ready for December 30th, 2015. The year has just a few more days left, and then we will be embracing 2016 with open arms and all the possibilities that brings. I am Chris, my co-host Buzz made it this week. We are together to tell you about the awesome stuff that's going to be happening the week of New Year's. I mean, here we go. New Year's Eve? This is New Year's Eve, baby. This is what's going to be happening in the comic shops across the United States and the world for New Year's Eve. Some great stuff coming out. We're looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. Hey, we hope that you all had a fantastic Christmas holiday. Buzz, how was your Christmas?
It was pretty good. No complaints.
No complaints.
Had to work a little bit.
That stinks.
I made one.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Spin on comics.
That's just spin on comics and statues and whatever else. Yes, exactly. We had a great one too. The kids got all kinds of fantastic stuff and were occupied with all their new things. So frustrated with some things because I got my son the Lego Dimensions setup kit, and he was having the hardest time putting it together. But we joined together and knocked that out. He's been having a blast with that ever since then. So in case you miss anything, there's an idea. If you got a Lego, got the Wii U, because my kids love that. So there we go. But guys, this is the end of the year. There's so much has happened and so much going on. Let's talk about that some more later. Hey, thanks to all of our new subscribers. We really appreciate it. All of our subscribers here on YouTube, on iTunes, and on Stitcher. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments. Last week had a lot of great comments on different comics that everybody's checking out and loving and enjoying. And I think I replied to pretty much everybody. And hey, all of our giveaway winners, I'm sorry, I've gotten tied up. I will get stuff out to you soon. Please forgive me. But I haven't forgotten about you. Things are coming. Just give me a little bit more time, please, without getting upset, hopefully. So there we go.
You're getting it for free anyway. So chill out.
I will try to make it worth your while. I promise you, but it is coming. I promise.
Chris will autograph it himself.
That's right. Talking Comics, Chris, Randy, Buzz. There we go. But guys, let's dive into some new number ones that are hitting this week. We got a few that cover a couple a storyline, and of course our favorites. And we got a question of the week that we really want you to put some thought into. So let's start with some new number ones that are hitting this week. Buzz, what's up for us?
Deadpool and Cable split second number one. It's going to be a miniseries here. Cable gets a vision of a terrible future set off by the death of one man.
Yep.
And he knows he must protect him to keep this event from happening in the future. And I'll give you 3 guesses who's been hired to kill that guy.
Yes, there we go.
Guess.
Come
on.
Tell me. So Cable against Deadpool for the future of mankind, it looks like. And we also got fan favorites coming back. Fabian Nicieza as well as Riley Brown doing the art on that as well. So there we go. Mm-hmm. It's a 3-issue miniseries. So all you Deadpool fans, Deadpool's getting a lot of screen time between now and February because of the movie coming out. So have fun with that, guys. Another one that is hitting the shelf this week that kind of goes back in time. We get Obi-Wan and Anakin, number 1 from Marvel Comics by Charles Soule and Marco Cacchetta doing the art. Marco did that Shattered Empire with Greg Rucka, and I think this is Charles Soule's first Star Wars book that he's written. He may have written the Lando or the Chewbacca book. I'm not sure, though. I'd have to double check that. But this takes place in the past of Star Wars of history that we know, before the Clone Wars, before their battle on Mustafar, before their final confrontation on the Death Star. Anakin and Obi-Wan were partners, teacher and Padawan. And this takes a look as Obi-Wan's been training the Chosen One, as they've grown closer through training. But it hasn't been easy. It's been a tough road for both of them, learning everything. Now they're on a remote planet for assistance, and it looks like both the Master and the Padawan are going to be pushed to the breaking point. We will find out what happens with this series. I don't think this is an ongoing series, but I don't know if it's a limited series. I don't know how many issues it is. But there we go, guys. Top-notch creators on top-notch characters here for Marvel with the Star Wars franchise. All you Star Wars fans, enjoy that and have fun with that.
Scotty Young fans, I believe he'll be writing this book, but Felipe Andrade?
Sure.
Andrade? There's a new criminal mastermind in the galaxy, and it's Rocket Raccoon.
Boom.
Rocket Raccoon and Groot #1. How did this happen? Seriously, how did this happen? Groot knows, and I'll tell you, I am Groot. That's how it happened.
That's how it happened.
I am Groot.
That's exactly how it happened. Groot, that's exactly how it happened. I am Groot. So there we go, guys. Rocket Raccoon trying to go Breaking Bad in the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have some fun with that. We'll check that out. Last up for the #1s that we have, guys, we have Code Prue from Avatar Press, written by fan favorite writer Garth Ennis. We got Rollo Caceres on the art. This is from Avatar Press, so you know it's going to have a horror bent to it. This is kind of a black comedy horror book like Garth Ennis loves to do. He loves to add in that dark humor, the black comedy into what he's doing. This takes a look at Prue. She has wanted to always work for the fire department in New York City, and now she gets her chance, but she's been reassigned to a different department within the system. That's right, the one that handles the vampires and ghouls and werewolves. Yes, it's that type of New York City that she is in, and she's working this new assignment. On-the-job training has never been more difficult whenever the supernatural is involved. So we get to take a look at that with Prue in this new series, Code Prue #1 from Avatar Press, hitting this week. Guys, there's a couple of other ones, new #1s that are hitting, but those are the main ones, and it's not a huge week this week. So unless you've got stuff piling up in your pull box at your comic shop, don't expect just a ton of stuff to be hitting this week. We probably will see a much bigger increase in everything after the new year. But guys, that's it for the new #1s. Let's talk about a storyline that's hitting this week. We still have the Dark Side War continuing this week with Justice League #47. Wonder Woman must turn to the beings that have fought the Anti-Monitor before, the crime syndicates.
Ooh.
Like, I thought that was a nice little twist.
With that.
I like that. I like the crime syndicate. Also, what secret does Grail hold that will change Diana's world forever? So we get to take a look at an issue here, looking at focusing a lot on Wonder Woman here in this issue and in the storyline. So there we go, guys. Just the one storyline. There was no Vader Down hitting this week, and I think we're pretty much done now with all the Secret Wars, except for the main book.
Yeah,
we've still got another issue or two of that. Yeah. So if there may be a few other stragglers besides the main book, but I think we're pretty much done with Secret Wars. So there we go, guys.
Finally figure out what Cyclops did.
Exactly. Maybe get some closure on that, huh? Mm-hmm. Something like that. So, guys, on to some of our favorites, the books that'll be at the top of our stack, the first things that we read coming out. Buzz, hit me up. What's up for you?
Savage Dragon #210. Malcolm and Maxine are on their honeymoon, and this issue marks the end of Malcolm's life as a civilian, because next issue he will join the Chicago PD.
Oh, okay.
Yeehaw.
Very cool.
Next, I got Carnage #3. Trapped down in a mine shaft with Carnage, the situation for the FBI's symbiote squad gets hairy. When John Jameson loses his cool. You won't want to miss this.
No.
Because he's the man wolf.
That's right. I'd almost forgotten about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And finally, after, it seems like they missed an entire month with this one, but Drax #2 is finally coming out. Written by CM Punk. And Drax and Terrax get into it in this one.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that.
Nice.
Should be a throwdown. Yeehaw.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Those two powerhouses against each other. It should be a nice throwdown, bro.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, for me, one book that we're both looking forward to this coming week is Squadron Supreme #2, hitting this week. After the events of issue #1, this issue is supposed to take a look at the fallout and how Atlantis is dealing with what happened in issue #1. So I'm looking forward to that. Great start to the series with issue #1 as far as I'm concerned. Mm-hmm. Looking forward to what's happening here in #2. Also, another one I'm really looking forward to is Lazarus #21. Randy and I, Buzz, are you getting Lazarus? Randy and I have been loving this series. It's really kicked it up a notch in the past story arc or so. And this issue is not going to disappoint either. This is the conclusion of the Poison storyline that's been going on. And this is going to change everything in the book. There's a revelation that happens that they claim, will change everything for the book. So what that could be, I'm clueless, but I'm so looking forward to finding out what it is. And this is another fantastic series from Image Comics you should be checking out if you aren't already. So guys, those are the new number ones, storylines, some of our favorites that we're going to be reading first as soon as they hit the shelf. And that's the comments for this week, guys. But you know what time it is. Now it's time for us to dive into our question of the week. And I want you to put your thinking cap on for this because we want some brutally honest answers with this. And it's the end of 2015, okay? We're about to dive into 2016. So our question of the week is very simple, and it's this. What writers and artists impressed you the most in 2015? Name two to three writers and 2 to 3 artists that really impressed you in 2015. They can be brand new on the scene, or they can be established creators that have been doing their work a long time, but just really amped up their game for 2015 and really put their A game out for the year. So tell us in the comments below. Buzz, you got any writers you want to start off with?
I've got 3 writers.
Cool.
Jason Aaron.
Yes.
For his work on Southern Bastards and Thor, Mighty Thor.
Sure.
Loving both of those books. Brian K. Vaughan.
Yep.
With his Saga and We Stand on Guard. Both excellent books.
Yep.
And Scott Snyder for his Batman stuff.
Ah.
Really enjoyed that. And to flip on to the artist side, Greg Capullo.
Oh yeah.
On the artist side, and also with the Saga, Fiona Staples.
Sure. Yeah.
Loving both of them. So.
Yeah. You got a third artist?
The Thor artist. I mean, that was one of my picks from last year, so I just
Russell Dowderman.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Dowderman. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Very cool. I didn't expect you to be so ready. I'm kind of nervous now.
Yeah. I've been churning.
It's been churning in your mind. Writer wise, Warren Ellis definitely. He's had some great output this year. I'm enjoying it. Injection, Trees. I can't remember what else he did, but I really enjoy just anything basically that he puts out. I'll try and check out. Jonathan Hickman, still great.
Yeah.
Secret Wars, East of West. The other, the Dead and the Dying. We got a couple issues of that.
Yeah.
And it was great to see that. So I mean, really hats off to that. And I really think that my third writer I would really have to give some kudos to would be Mark Waid, especially with this Daredevil run that finished up this past year. He kept it so strong throughout the year. It was just fantastic. He kept that whole run all the way to the end strong for me. And of course the writers that you mentioned as well, Brian K. Vaughan, Jason Aaron, yes. Yeah, so totally. And as far as artists go, and actually I want to throw in Brian Michael Bendis too, because I'm digging Invincible Iron Man. That's been hitting the shelf. We've got 3 issues in so far. Stellar start to the series so far. And flip over to that to artists. We got David Marquez on the art for that book. Love David Marquez. He finished up that Miles Morales series that was going on. Strong artwork there, and then even stronger artwork on Invincible Iron Man. Totally digging that. I have to give mad props to Greg Capullo. Loving what he's been doing on Batman. The dude is a beast. The dude is just a beast. And another person that's kind of a breakout talent for me is Andre Brisson. Andre Brennan on Birthright, the artist on Birthright.
Oh yeah.
Totally dig that artwork that they're putting out. Love the style. Just got caught up on Birthright last night, and I'm like, great stuff. Different. Oh, it's just good. It's really good. I really like it. That's one of the main draws to that book for me is the art.
Are you wondering? This just crossed my mind whenever I read that last issue. What if his brother is the chosen one?
What if? There we go. So guys, in the comments below, tell us the top 3 writers. Add more if you'd like to that you've loved or impressed you in 2015, as well as the top 3 artists or more if you'd like to add that in the comments below that just really blew you away, came out of nowhere, and just really amped it up and brought their A game for the year. And if you have more to add, give us your top 3 and then any additional ones you want to add to that that you look forward to every month. We could go on and on with this, but we're not going to give you an hour-long video with everything that we could be talking about. So guys, there we go. This is the end of the year. Have fun. have a great New Year. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas and holiday season. We hope that everybody was safe, and that you opened presents, and you had a great time with your friends and family, and just had a great time all together, because it was great around here. We had a great time with my family and stuff, and I just wish that for everybody else as well. So that's really it. Anything else to add, sir?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed. Happy New Year indeed. Guys, we're really looking forward to bringing you some new content and new everything, new videos for 2016. This will be going almost into our 3rd year of the show. So thank you for being along for the ride. I know several of you have been here from the very beginning. Thank you for continuing and being a part of this community with us. We really appreciate it. And I know Randy's not here. He would be saying thank you as well. So I'm saying that on behalf of Randy as well. So guys, that's it for today. That's it for 2015.
What are we at? 830, something like that?
A little bit more. Oh, yeah, we're in the 830s subscriber wise. So yeah, looking forward to
document that. We go back and watch it.
Exactly.
16. I remember it was like 5 something last year.
Yeah. So fantastic growth. I'm really appreciative of that. I'm expecting 2016 for us to push past the 1,000 subscriber barrier and keep moving forward. So
that'll be awesome.
It's going to be great. So guys, we will see you in our next video. Until then, read some great comics. Leave us the comments down below. Have a fantastic new year, and we will see you
next year.
Next year, exactly, in the new year. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye-bye.